Hi, my name is Heidi. My son Jet was led by Brooke Wendorf last year during his first grade year. Brooke is a compassionate, kind soul. She related to Jet on an extremely personal level. He had the utmost respect for her. As a matter of fact, when I asked him the other day what he liked most about Brooke, he said, I can't decide, there's too many things. And then in the end he said she's just the greatest teacher ever. When the pandemic hit, as most parents, I had some pretty serious concerns on what the time commitment was going to be to help Jet succeed in a virtual working environment. But Brooke was just outstanding. She troubleshooted all of our technical issues. She leveraged every piece of technology she could to make that learning experience a positive and fun one for our kids. She's just such an amazing person, and she absolutely made a difference in my son's life, and I will be forever grateful.
Hi, my name is Jennifer Bender, and both of my sons, Colt and Croy, have had Mrs. Wendorf the last 2 years in first grade. And the number one thing that I love so much about Mrs. Wendorf is her heart. She genuinely loves kids. She loves teaching. She loves seeing these kids grow, and you can see that. She will take every minute that she has available to put into these kids and to be in touch with parents and make the parents feel too like their child is the only child. And to do that for 20 plus children is amazing. She's a wonderful asset to the DC Everest School District.
I am Karen Shankfeld, and I am the Nana of Breeze Astro. And I just wanted to let you know what I thought of what Mrs. Wendorf did last year when it came to homeschooling. I have no idea how she did what she did, and I'm probably not going to make it through this without crying because it's that emotional. Mrs. Wendorf and the whole DC Everest district was amazing. How fast they were able to put online what needed to be put online. Mrs. Wendorf had a plan every week. We knew right up front what she was going to be doing and what was expected and how to turn in work, and I was new to all of this technology. So for me, when I had a question with Mrs. Wendorf, she got back to me so fast, I couldn't believe it. I mean, before the end of the day, before the end of the hour sometimes was up, she would get back to me. I was so impressed with her WebExes that she had. One every week was with the whole entire class. You could participate or you didn't have to. If something was up, it was okay. But what I was really impressed with was how she made one-on-one time for every student. And she made sure that we knew what was going on, and she asked about our family. And within a week of getting going here, Mrs. Wendorf, as much as Bree loved her while school was going on, within that first week, Mrs. Wendorf truly became a part of our family and helped us with everything we needed. I don't know what we would have done without her. The other thing I wanted to say is that I don't know, she just did an amazing job. She's an amazing person. She treats each kid as an individual, and when she did her classroom videos, she made sure that she saw who was there. We could see her and she could see us. She made sure that when she asked a question, that every single student had an opportunity to answer. She went right around her whole entire classroom and named them off and said, do you want to add to that, or do you have any questions, or how can we help? How can we brainstorm as a class to get through this? And she wanted everybody to learn. She's just that fantastic of a teacher and that fantastic of a person, and I have never known Mrs. Wendorf before this year. As a grandparent, I tried to stand back a little bit, but with homeschooling, I was in the middle of it, and I love what she did. I could not have asked for anything better. So, thank you
so much for being such a wonderful teacher to the boys this last year. We can't tell you how much it means to us that you went the extra mile and really gave them the individual attention to help them blossom and and reach all their goals and their milestones. So again, thank you so much. It means the world to us. Even going through all the adjustments that we had to make at the end of the year, going virtual, you still made sure to communicate with them on a daily basis and really help them feel special. You took the time to meet with them and read with them, even accommodating our schedules during the evening. So again, thank you so much. It means the world to us, and we really feel that you were a great influence in their lives. Okay? Say bye to Miss Wendorf. Say we miss you.
Bye.
Say we miss you, Miss Wendorf.
We miss you, Mrs. Wendorf.
Hello, my name is Melissa Bauman. I am a first grade teacher at Riverside Elementary School. I've had the privilege of working with Brooke Wendorf. Brooke is one of the most dedicated, talented, and loving educators that I've ever worked with. In addition, my son had the honor of being in her classroom last year. From the first day of school, Mrs. Wendorf went out of her way to make sure that my son, Brady, was challenged and loved during his first grade learning journey. She pours her heart into her teaching and works hard to incorporate fun and educational technology projects into her curriculum. When her students started virtual learning this spring, Mrs. Wendorf continued to provide excellent learning opportunities for her diverse learners. She hosted weekly class meetings on WebEx. My son loved attending her class meetings to see his wonderful teacher and his classmates. Mrs. Wendorf would also host a mystery guest and include other important teachers in her class meetings. She also offered individual virtual meetings with her students to make sure they had an opportunity to chat with her about their learning and to check in with them. She did a fabulous job of communicating with parents and making sure she was available to help answer any questions parents had. Mrs. Wendorf also offered an opportunity for her class to eat lunch together every Friday on WebEx. Lastly, she would send a video every Friday giving each student feedback on their learning for the week. Mrs. Wendorf went above and beyond for her students, especially during virtual learning. It is my honor to work with her and to have my child in her classroom. Mrs. Wendorf would be such a huge asset to the Everest Virtual Academy. I appreciated everything that she did for my son and his classmate.
Hi, my name is Brady. I loved having Mrs. Wendorf as my teacher. She is so kind and wonderful. She was a great teacher teaching me math and reading. I loved when she came to say goodbye to me on our last day of school. She is the best teacher and I'm going to miss her next school year.
Hi, this is Ashley Zarda. I just wanted to say that Mrs. Wendorf did an amazing job during our online schooling in spring. She always would make sure that our questions were answered in a timely manner. Adeline loved the WebExes where she got to see and interact with her class, which were always very organized. It was great to see our class even though they couldn't be there in person together. But I would have to say the most important thing to me that Mrs. Wendorf did was she was committed to us and to our family in doing a great job. I had went back to work about 3 weeks left in our school year, and Mrs. Wendorf was very good at communicating to me each day what was still needed, and it was just absolutely amazing. So we could not have succeeded without her and her commitment to us and ensuring that we had a great experience.
Hi, my name is Megan Thompson, and I have 3 kiddos, ages 3, 5, and 7. And my 7-year-old Braxton had Mrs. Wendorf for a first grade teacher last year. Overall, we feel so blessed that he had her as a teacher and so thankful for her. She made him feel so special, so important, and so smart. And he formed just a very special connection with her, and he loved school. What really blew me away, though, was the time, the effort, the energy that she put into making it personal and making the kiddos feel connected to the classroom. I feel that Mrs. Wendorf did a fabulous job of making her face visible, of having daily videos so the kids saw her every single day, that she made times to just connect with kids individually. They had individual time slots that they could sign up for to just check in. And then specifically, we were so thankful for the time and energy she put into helping Braxton one-on-one with reading lessons. She met with him twice a week individually online and gave him that one-on-one attention that he absolutely needed. But I feel that the time that she spent with him was above and beyond. So we are so grateful for that. I think that she would do an amazing job as a virtual teacher. She knows how to make kids feel special, how to make them feel loved and connected, on top of being able to plan great lessons that are simple for the kiddos to follow, simple for the parents to follow, and was very available for help, for questions.
Hi, this is Amber Muley. My son Colin Muley had the awesome privilege of having Mrs. Wendorf for his first grade teacher. And I just kind of wanted to share a couple of amazing thoughts regarding Mrs. Wendorf. Colin was newly diagnosed this year with ADD, and the transition to online learning was especially difficult for him to not have that one-on-one in-person time with Mrs. Wendorf, but she went out of her way to find special ways to communicate with him, and did some one-on-one Zoom learning time with him, and sought out unique ways to keep that connection going and keep his interest in school, especially in math. She found creative ways to keep him engaged and excited about learning. She's a 10 out of 10. We were just honored to have our son have her as his teacher.
What my daughter really appreciated about virtual learning with Mrs. Wendorf was lunch bunch. The kids would get together over lunches on Zoom, and they would just talk about their interests, and they'd ask questions, and Mrs. Wendorf would always remember the things that they were interested in, and she just made it a really special connective time for the kids.
We really loved how even though the end of the school year was pretty crazy and chaotic, Mrs. Wendorf still made all of the kids feel really special and loved and cared for through everything.
Yeah, Mrs. Wendorf is very special.
Mrs. Wendorf made virtual learning a success for Ashley. She was available whenever we had questions. She kept Ashley's interest with a variety of teaching techniques, from WebEx class meetings to individual assignments to regular child check-ins. I wish the end of the year would have ended in person, but was happy we had Mrs. Wendorf for the virtual learning.
Mrs. Wendorf was the best. Hi, my name is Kennedy. Mrs. Wendorf helped me learn to read and write and do math. She always cared and loved me.
In addition to caring and loving all of her students, Mrs. Wendorf has amazing communication skills, the flexibility to help family members when they need it, and clear expectations so that we can help our children from home.
Hi, I'm Anton. Mrs. Wendorf was super kind to me. She made at-home learning fun and exciting. I especially liked all the WebEx meetings with her and my classmates. My favorite thing about Mrs. Wendorf was her hugs. I am happy that I was in her first grade class. And this is a poster that she gave me when she came to say goodbye to us on the last day of school. And there's a nice note on the back.
I can't say enough good things about Mrs. Wendorf. I have bragged on her countless times to others in regards to how dynamic of a teacher she is. Mrs. Wendorf is truly a one-of-a-kind teacher, one that goes above and beyond, investing so much of herself into the lives of each of her students. When we started at home learning, she didn't miss a beat. She continued to make each child feel so special and was always available to help with the numerous technology issues that arose. As a parent, I saw her love for her students and teaching through her dedication, character, organization, availability, and her smile. In a letter to parents prior to day one of first grade, she mentioned that she would love our child like he or she was her own. Through the virtual at-home learning, it was so neat to see how she was such a positive role model for her students and for Anton in particular.
My name is Jennifer Shainfeld. Last year, my daughter had Mrs. Wendorf for first grade, and I just wanted to say that through the whole pandemic and learning from home, Mrs. Wendorf was absolutely fabulous. First of all, she laid out every single week what was supposed to be done for each lesson, and she had checklists for the students to complete every day, and I always knew exactly what Bree was supposed to be doing. I knew if she was behind, I knew what she needed to do each day. It was fabulous. Mrs. Wendorf was really fast at replying to parents' questions, even if it was IT related. I mean, I had never used WebEx before this all started, and she was always just real quick to answer questions. She did so good last semester, and it was phenomenal because I had another student who was doing online learning and it was nothing like that. I had no idea if she was behind, what she was supposed to be doing that week, if she was even turning in her work. So the way Mrs. Wendorf did it, I just felt really involved in everything, and it was really easy. So I just wanted to share with you that she did a really fabulous job, and she's a great teacher in general. She always makes each kid feel special and important, and she makes her lessons fun and interesting, and I just think she's a really great teacher. Thank you.
I am so thankful that my daughter had the opportunity to be Mrs. Wendorf's student because she developed such a healthy, secure, strong relationship built on trust and built on building Addison's self-esteem. And because Addison felt confident, she was able to learn. I saw Mrs. Wendorf develop very individualized rigorous lessons that were important for what Addison needed academically, and then infuse my daughter's interests, desires, her love for dolls and her family and emotions and friends into those lessons to be really motivating for my daughter. I'm so thankful she had her in person and virtually.
Becoming an EVA teacher would give me the opportunity to use what I know about teaching in the classroom.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away.
I am ready to become a dynamic Everest Virtual Academy teacher. I am ready to become the strong bridge connecting EVA learners and their families to DC Everest. And I am ready to use my wealth of technology knowledge as an engine for learning.
They can say we've lost our minds. don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head, a million dreams keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say that you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see.
Every night I lie in bed.
And most importantly, I'm ready to bring my love of teaching into the hearts and homes of EVA learners and families. I hope that by watching this video, you were able to get a glimpse into my heart as a teacher. It really is my life's work. I can't wait for Everest Virtual Academy to become part of our learners' life stories. I would be so honored to become part of the Everest Virtual Academy family.
I'm Rosetta. I feel like I'm the luckiest girl in the world to have Mrs. Wendorf as my teacher.